Jackson here at Song Mentor. Today's rockin' selection is I Fought the Law, and the Law Won. A song written by Sonny Curtis, who later went on to take Buddy Holly's place after his tragic plane crash as the guitar player in the Crickets. Sonny Curtis wrote the song in the late 50s, but it was covered by the Bobby Fuller Four in 1966 and became a huge hit. Bobby Fuller was a Texas boy who idolized Buddy Holly, so the chord arrangement for I Fought the Law would have been right up his alley. You're going to learn some inversions today because there are so many different forms of this. It's a 3-chord song with about 3 different inversions of each chord. So we're going to have a lot of fun with I Fought the Law, and the Law Won.
Wow, you know, I've already given you the background on the song, but I have to tell you, just for my own interest, I just watched a YouTube video called Bobby Fuller Mysteries and Scandals. And I had no idea before I got into this song lesson that he was another guy that was suspiciously found dead. And, well, it sounds like, and I certainly would think, murdered by somebody, which is a tragic end to a very young and promising career for a great, energetic, young, good-looking, talented songwriter. Kind of tragic. So there's my extra 30 seconds of background. Okay, I mentioned inversions. It's a 3-chord song, but the trick to this song is that the 3 chords you play are played all over the neck. And that's really good for you as a guitar player to work on those different formations. So the 3 principal chords are the 5-7 chord combination of G, C, and D. Now the G chord, I'm going to get you to play 3 different ways. A full G bar chord, and we're going to do that during verses to give it some bottom end. So a full G bar chord, you'll notice on the sound here I have a nice clean tone with the reverb turned up quite a bit. You're also going to play the G this way without the bar and without the low G note. Or if you like, you can play it the one way and wrap your thumb around and play that low G note with your thumb. I mean, that's another option to the full bar chord. But you need this one, just that regular G chord without the bar. And then the third G you need is the D chord formation played up at the 7th fret. So your first finger is barring the 7th fret, strings 1, 2, and 3. And then again, your second finger is on the 8th fret of the 2nd string, and your third finger is on the 9th fret of the 4th string. A G chord there. So 3 Gs. This one, and this one. Okay. You also need a G7. That's going to come in the little bridge section. We go from a G bar chord to a G7. So just by adding your pinky to the 6th fret of the 2nd string on a bar G chord. So add the 3 Gs and then the G7. Okay, now for the C chord, you need that also in 3 locations. You need this regular bar C chord. Okay, and I bar it with first finger across the 3rd fret, and then I just flatten out my pinky finger on strings 2 and 3 and 4 at the 5th fret. Okay, that's a C chord. You need this one, which is just, again, like that G chord we played down here, moved up to the 8th fret. Okay, and then finally you need a C way up here at the 12th fret, and that's just like this G chord we played at the 7th fret. We go up 5 more frets. At the 12th fret, we play a C chord way up there. We're going to need that for the rhythmic guitar solo. Now the 3rd chord for the D, you need 2 of those. You need the regular D bar chord right here. Okay, and that's just played like the C bar chord, with the bar on the 5th fret this time. And then you need a standard D chord down here. It's just like an open D, except I'm going to play it with a bar here. Well, I'm playing it like I played the G here, and the C way up there, except I'm playing it down here. So all I'm doing is taking a regular open D chord and adding my 4th finger to the 4th string, 4th fret. Okay, can we review that really quickly because there's a lot of chords. Bar G, 7 quickly in the bridge section. That C, that C, and that C way up at the 12th fret, this D, and this D. That's a lot of chords and a lot of inversions, but boy, it's going to make this song sound great. All right, well, the secret to I Fought the Law is it has an infectious rhythm and an infectious strumming pattern. Clean, rhythmic, a lot of fun. Buddy Holly-esque kind of strumming pattern. The song begins with a really signature drum roll. So what I'm suggesting you do there is go to the bar chord at the beginning and then switch to this. There's a reason why I want you to play the G like this, and it's because of the quick changes I have to make between those come pretty fast. If you have to go to a full bar chord, it just makes it so much more difficult. This is just... Okay, so again, that intro would be... Take a look at the right hand there. So we're building that a little bit. We don't have long to do it, but it's... So slowed down. That's the intro. Okay, so the verse follows this G-C-D pattern, using the bar chords now. A breaking rocks in the hot sun. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won. When I hit that last G, I need to switch to this one. I have to put that little bit in at the end of every verse line. All right, looking at the right hand and what it's doing during these verses. Breaking rocks in the hot sun. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won. Okay, so you can see which lyric those chords are accented. A breaking, and I'm using the bar chord here to get that low end into it. A breaking rocks in the hot sun. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won. And that's where I switched to that other G chord so I can do those quick changes. And that's how the verses are played. Okay, the last little component before the rhythmic solo is just what I've been calling the little bridge section. Okay, so I miss my baby and I feel so bad. I guess my race is run, 'cause she's the best girl I ever had. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won. Okay, again, we'll just keep this pattern going of switching from left hand to right hand. We're in the C chord now, the C bar chord.
I miss my baby and I feel so bad. I guess my race is run. 'Cause she's the best girl I ever had. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won.
Always finish with that. Okay, well, I'm reluctant to call this a guitar solo because there really is no picking in it, but it is a very, very neat rhythmic instrumental break in the song. It's played all over the neck, and you can rewind this as many times as you like, but this is the essence of it, and we'll do it in two sections, first half and second half. First half starts with the C bar chord. And check this strum's going to be the same. That, okay. Then this one. Then this one. Okay, that's the three C's we talked about earlier. This one. And a single strum down on, we go back to that middle C. That G there to the C, okay, see that little progression down, G, C, back to G, to D, back to the C there. And that's the first half. Now we're into the second half, and it's just a little bit different. The end is a little bit different. You recognize that? It finishes the same way the verses finish. Okay, you can rewind that as many times as you need to get down that rhythmic solo. All right, we're going to do a little partial playthrough here, but just before we do, there's one more little cool thing to tell you about here, and that's that great snare drum thing they do with robbing people with a 6-gun. And that's just taking a break from playing there for a second. Robbing people with a 6-gun. And it's 6 beats, and very creative to put those shots in there, and that's part of that part of the last verse. Okay, let's get to a partial playthrough.
Breaking rocks in the hot sun. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won. I needed money 'cause I had none. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won. I miss my baby and I feel so bad. I guess my race is run. 'Cause she's the best girl I ever had. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won.
Whew, that was a workout, and it's going to be a workout for you too. Fine-tuning today is really strumming rhythmically through all those different chord inversions. A 3-chord song that's really more than a 3-chord song. Well, Bobby Fuller was and is sadly missed, but he left us some great tunes, including I Fought the Law. We'll see you next time on Song Mentor.